idea in my head to decorate some eggs, the blown out eggshells. And so I started saving them, and saving them, and saving them, and saving them until I have 5 dozen eggs. And at that point I thought, all right, what am I gonna do with 5 dozen blown out eggshells? Well, have an egg decorating party. And because I'm very smart, I decide let's have the Easter egg decorating party at Neon's house, because then I don't have to clean anything. So it's just a win-win as far as I'm concerned. So the eggs were prepped, they were blown out, washed, painted with a shellac, and then some of them I painted. I had to get them all organized and bring them to her house.
So what have I contributed to the party? First of all, lots of champagne. Bottles and bottles. Here in New York City, I live just a few short blocks away from the wholesale flower district, where there are blocks and blocks of branches, flowers, huge overload of amazing live things. I usually buy these branches a couple of weeks before Easter, and they bloom, then there will be leaves. So I thought this is a really nice thing, and it worked so well because the eggs are also very colorful and delicate, and to my eye they are like flowers. But when I put all these branches in a vase at home, I suddenly thought, it's the first time we're doing this, and we really didn't know. Will we have a lot of enthusiasm, us and our friends? We will be actually able to make the eggs that will fill this tree. And at the very beginning, when I bought these flowers, they were just tiny buds, and I thought I need to decorate it with something. Suddenly my eyes fell on a pretty birthday gift bag. And so out of that birthday gift bag, I cut out little bits that look like colorful eggs, and this became the decorations. I also felt good that this was an actually used birthday gift bag. I am absolutely not a natural recyclist. I'm actually the complete opposite of it. According to my native inclination, après moi, you know what. But Tanna has propagandized me about renewable this and recyclable this, and so I have delivered to the best of my knowledge. I have recycled an old birthday gift bag.
The craft party presented a bit of a challenge because you have all these elements for the crafting, the glue and paints and paintbrushes and sequins and jewels and ribbons and trim, and you want it to be accessible to the people that are going to be decorating the eggs, but you also don't want it to take up a really big footprint because we're kind of cramped for space, and you also want it to look attractive and appealing because it's going to be a party. So of course at the 11th hour, as I said, there's a lot of prep involved, and this kind of came together at the last minute. I'm trying to figure out, oh my gosh, what am I gonna put all this stuff in? And I like to reuse and recycle whenever I can, both to save money, but also to be better for the environment. Like if you think about things, you can find so many ways to reuse things. So I had some little boxes, something had come in them, and they were black and silver. And they were just kind of nice, neutral. They went with the modern style of Neon's apartment. I thought, okay, there we go, we'll throw some stuff in those. I had one of those cylindrical containers that oatmeal comes in. I thought this is great for the paintbrushes and for the bamboo skewers that we're going to stick the eggs on. So I spray painted that silver. Spray paint is great, by the way. I love spray paint, fixes everything. For the ribbons and the loose jewels, again, thinking of the footprint of the space, I'm like, what am I going to do? And I thought, well, wouldn't it be great if I had one of those tiered cake trays? Well, I didn't have that, and it's the night before the party, and I don't have time to get one. But what I had at home were some of those acrylic plates, like the disposable ones. I know I hate to use them, bad for the environment, but I happen to have them. The little kind of waxed paper containers that Brussels sprouts come in. So I spray painted them with more of the silver paint, turned them upside down, and stacked the plates together, taping it. I mean, this was totally last minute, but it worked. Because I'd been to Neon's house early and I had seen the decorations she had made, I then added just tiny little decorative elements on these containers that I was trying to make. Just taping and cutting shapes out of, actually I used envelopes. So for the little eggs that decorate them, I had received a couple of cards because my birthday was actually not long ago, and so I cut the egg shapes out of the colored envelopes that came with some of the cards and then used markers to paint little designs on them.